As an Android phone user, I can say,
Your
suck.
hypocrisy, yes, your hypocrisy is boundless.
This episode is made possible by OIT VoIP. Find your best-in-class revenue generation for MSPs all over the world. Learn more via the link in the show notes.
Good morning and welcome to the November 22nd episode of MSP Dispatch, your source for news, community events, and commentary. So much commentary in the MSP channel. My name is Tony Francisco, and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Mr. Ray Orsini. Ray, how are you doing today? Talk to us.
I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm happy to be back here with you. It's always nice when it's the two of us on camera and getting to do our 30 minutes of nonstop just bantering in the green room before we get online. I would love to wax poetic about this, but I have a very tight schedule today. Can we get to like the news in kind of like an urgent fashion?
I think one, my next story is about something urgent, and two, let's urgently get into the news. My first story from darkreading.com. Apple urgently patches actively exploited ZeroDays. And a story from darkreading.com staff. Apple has released urgent security updates to address two zero-day vulnerabilities actively exploited in the wild. The first, a bug in JavaScript core, could allow arbitrary code execution, while the second, a vulnerability in WebKit, could enable cross-site scripting, that's XSS, attacks via malicious web content. These flaws impact Apple's iOS, iPad OS, Mac OS, Vision OS, and Safari browser. Discovered by Google's Threat Analysis Group, the vulnerabilities have been linked to potential exploitation on Intel-based Macs, though no specific details were provided. Apple has addressed the issue with improved checks and estate management, while recommending users update to iOS 18.1.1, Mac OS Sequoia 15.1.1, or iOS 17.7.2 to protect their devices. Ray, you have what I do believe are about 18,000 Macs. I love how you get the new things right away, but you give me anxiety all the time because I'm constantly thinking, how do you keep these devices updated? And then, of course, the answer normally is, it's a Mac. I mean, most of the exploits come in the Windows world. We are now playing the same game, brother. How do you feel about this?
Sorry, I didn't hear half of that. I was ordering the new Mac Mini. So no, it makes me laugh because yes, I am full Mac devices, MacBook Air, Pro, Studio, iPads galore, but I'm still an Android phone user. As an Android phone user, I can say
your
suck.
hypocrisy, yes, your hypocrisy is boundless. There is no possible border to your hypocrisy, and I love that. You're like, no, iOS. So with all of these exploits, I mean, tell me, this is something big. And one thing I do like is they're not being very LastPassy about this. They're saying, right, hey, listen, we found a problem. We're on top of it.
That's one of the things, I mean, you have to applaud Apple for doing. Even when they say, here's the update, we recommend that everybody update, Apple does a really good job at pushing updates in front of your face. In that realm, Apple, funny enough, I think handles patching a lot better than Windows. As far as this stuff, it gets patched, stuff happens. Nothing to see, move along.
Windows is constantly evolving. And in fact, jumping into the next story, you're going to talk about how amazing Windows actually is.
Actually, Tony, Windows is so amazing, you don't actually need a computer anymore to use Windows. My next story, Windows 365 Link, is a $349 mini PC that streams Windows from the cloud. In a story written by Tom Warren for The Verge. Microsoft has announced plans to release Windows 365 Link, a mini PC designed to help commercial customers provide employees with secure access to Windows 365 on the cloud. Priced at $349, launching in April 2025, this fanless thin client streams Windows 11 efficiently. It includes an Intel processor, 8 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and various USB, HDMI, and Ethernet ports, including the ability to run up to 2 4K screens at the same time. The device runs a lightweight, secure OS that simplifies IT management and supports sandboxed, Microsoft-signed apps. Perfect for hot desking, it allows multiple users to connect seamlessly to their cloud PCs. Microsoft also plans to enhance the cloud PC category with AI-driven Copilot Plus features and expand offerings through OEM collaborations by 2025. Wasn't this just VDI like 15 years ago?
Oh my god! This makes me crazy because, of course, for all the little kids out there, let me explain to you how this actually worked. So we started off with some magical, and when I say magical, it was incredible from a corporate perspective. Citrix. Now, some of you may remember Citrix, but when Citrix first started, it was the forever money. We're talking 20 years ago. Okay. You're making a ton of money. But at the end of the day, that thin client was the holy grail from a corporate perspective because it was lack of management, centralized control. Now they've passed that over to a vendor level where the vendor can actually take, in this case, Microsoft, can take over the operating system maintenance, the processing, everything there. But the policies are dictated by the corporation itself. That is, in my opinion, one of the biggest steps that's going to take place because now they just mail you a simple little box, you plug it in, Wi-Fi. For 2 4K monitors, this is incredible what they can actually do, but it is going to be all monitored, managed, and controlled by the corporation that sent you that little box. I'm sorry for babbling about this, but I am hypersensitive to this because it is the way, in my opinion, everything is going.
MSPs, if you're looking to sell this, if you're eager to start trying it out, let us know. I want to know what your thoughts are either in the comments below or on our Discord. But for now, we got some upcoming events. In our upcoming events, today we have 12:30 Eastern virtual event Channel Engage presented by Channel Program. On December 3rd through December 5th, an in-person event, GrowCon 24, presented by Marketopia in St. Petersburg, Florida. And December 11th, the in-person event, MSP M&A Grow Show, presented by Channel Program in Dallas, Texas. And that's it for our episode of MSP Dispatch, your source for news, community events, and commentary in the MSP channel. Tony, how you feeling? We did good. We room for improvement. Give me a rating out of 10.
A 12 out of 10. Like I said, there's so much that happens in the green room before this. It's hard for me to remember what we actually just talked about because we talked about so much more. So in my opinion, it's always awesome getting together with you, Ray.
I'm gonna now that you said that the show was excellent, I'm gonna need you to make a selection here. If you can do 10 or 20 or 30%, please. No, we don't need any tips. We just need your love and adoration, a little bit of ego snack every once in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us on this episode. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
Be safe, everyone.
If you found this episode eye-opening, catch more MSP Dispatch at 10 a.m. throughout the week. Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.